This is the Violent Professional Podcast brought to you by AriesClothing.com.
Okay, we're recording now. Hopefully, are all those lights blinking? They all good?
Yes. Good.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's get into your... Do you want to do the Sad Satan first, or do you want to do Independent?
Let's go Oddfellows first.
Okay.
So, took a little trip down to Grants Pass, Oregon.
How was
weekend.
that?
It was good, man. It was fun. It was mostly to see family. You know, I got family down there.
Have heard of Grants Pass, and then you said
You've probably driven by it.
No one ever goes there.
No. It's a small town. Noveski. It's where Noveski's at. The gun company.
Oh yeah.
They're based out of Grants Pass.
Okay.
Weird shit surrounding Noveski's death. Anyways, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Basically, it's about half an hour north of Medford, which is right above the border to California and the Siskiyous, you know? So you're going through Grants Pass. There's the Rogue River, a really famous river they used to make old westerns and stuff on.
Is that brewery still there? Or did they move?
I don't know.
Okay. Cool.
No idea.
There is a Rogue.
The Rogue Brewery.
Yeah, it's down somewhere.
I don't think that's in Grants Pass.
Okay.
But it's a small town. It's grown a lot over the years. And each time I go back, it gets like dirtier and dirtier. It's because all the hippies and the homeless people come up from California. They get, people give them bus tickets and they just send them on up.
Yeah.
And Medford and Grants Pass are the first two stops, basically. So they're just jumping off. And it's legal to walk on the freeway in Oregon.
I'm going to look at pictures of Grants Pass.
Super nice. So like the main strip of the town is really old. It was 1800s when it was established, I think. There's a lot of cool buildings and stuff. Not tall buildings, but smaller buildings, obviously, because it was 1800s. I was walking down one of the side streets, and I noticed a mural on the wall. There's a lot of murals on the walls of these buildings, because that was like how they advertised back in the day, right? They didn't have signs and stuff. And I look up, and there's this IOOF. And I had seen that acronym before. Driving down the roads. They have one up here. On like cemeteries. They have cemeteries labeled IOOF. So I didn't put two and two together like, oh, this is some kind of organization, obviously. So I look up on the wall, and there it is, like right in front of me. It says Independent Order of the Oddfellows, and this is their building. This is their meeting place. And it has some symbolism, some interesting symbolism.
I'm looking at a picture of it right now. There's like the umbrella from Raccoon City, or what's that game, Resident Evil? Mm-hmm. They've got the skull of that old that Bones fraternity thing.
Which is, the original
looks like a fraternity almost.
Yeah. So they got like hooks and crowns and these three links. So the three links are supposed to represent something in each of their each of those symbols, because they got them in each one. The three links.
Yeah.
So Independent Order of the Oddfellows. This is the Golden Rule Lodge number 78. So the IOOF, the Independent Order of the Oddfellows, is actually like the second coming of the group. You know what I mean? So the original was created in Europe back in like the 1700s or even prior to that. There's ties that go back to the 1400s. So the Independent Order of the Oddfellows is the American version. It was made the Independent Order of the Oddfellows was the American version. Basically, they wanted to separate themselves from the Europeans after 1776.
Okay.
They're like, we need to make our own here, so that's what they did. So it's supposed to be a non-political and non-sectarian international fraternal order of odd fellowship.
That's weird.
So founded in the U.S., so the IOOF was founded in 1819, and there's people like, dude, there's a list. There's a list of like presidents and stuff that were included.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Fraternity. You're good. Let me see if I can.
For some reason, you were like, when you were speaking, it was going pow, pow.
Pow.
Yeah, you were very powerful breath.
I do. The triple links it's a recurring symbol among Oddfellows internationally. The motto is, I can't even read that. Amicitia, amor et veritas.
It's Latin.
Friendship, love, and truth, which is really fucking weird. They've
been around forever.
They have, dude. 1726.
Fucking
1762. There's guild masters. I want to be a guild master. So I took
in that group
screenshots before where I had
look at this fucking dude.
All these presidents. That's the Wilkes guy. That's the guy that created the independent order, the Oddfellows. So revenue in 2014, $1,780,337. So they're logging all this stuff off their website, ioof.org. So
if anybody wants to join, there you go. That's your entry point.
It's interesting. It's similar to the Freemasonry stuff, okay? So they're all about reciprocity, ethics, and charity.
Isn't the Freemasons like a cult too?
So people think of it that way. It's a fraternity, but has its leanings to where you could say it's like a cult because people are joining and it has rituals.
All religions are sort of cultish.
Yeah. So the rituals included in these fraternity groups are more like initiation things and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of like a cult, but we don't know for sure if they're praising something to make it like a cult, you know?
Yeah.
To where like this person or this thing is their leader. I don't know if that's the case because we're not in them. They're like sworn to secrecy. But let's see.
I'm not a cult leader.
So the IOOF.
Sorry, dude. I'm gonna push this over.
You good?
That way.
The IOOF has it enrolls some 600,000 members, divided over 10,000 lodges in 26 countries. That's a fucking lot. It's a lot of people. 19. I had a screenshot of all these people that were members that were famous. I can't fucking find it.
It's perfect. Always very prepared.
Yeah, I don't know. I must have deleted it.
I mean,
so there's a women's version called the Daughters of Rebecca, which is kind of fucking, I don't know
what's that one.
It's part of the Independent Order of the Oddfellows,
so
but it was
similar.
It was a women's sectarian group that was this group believed that women were not allowed to join the men, so they had to make their own.
So like feminist type of thing.
Well, no, because these women went off to the side and said we cannot join their group because we believe that the men should have their own. So we're going to abide by that and create our own and follow the same rules. So they had a women's group and a men's group.
Usually that's imposed by the men.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Yes.
That is weird.
Super weird. Nowadays they said that men can join both and women can join both, which is kind of weird, but yeah.
Well, they're being progressive.
Yeah. So they have
today's age.
I don't know if they fund these like cemeteries and buildings and stuff, or provide the funds for them. But there's IOOF cemeteries all over the place, and they're really fucking old. So I've seen them here in Washington.
For real?
Yeah, a lot of rural areas have them, and then down in Grants Pass, Medford.
Did you see it before?
I've seen those before where it said IOOF. I just didn't know what IOOF
and then they all
for.
clicked when you saw that.
Once I saw that, I was like, no shit.
Oregon's a weird place for that kind of shit.
It is.
Like they had the Rajneeshis down there. That was the big cult, and it's on Netflix.
Okay, the Indian dude.
Yeah, Wild Wild Country.
Yep.
There's a lot of shit from Oregon and that come out that's just weird, like this thing. I wonder how many. Probably that guy in that video game we'll talk about is from there,
dude. So, like, it was interesting to see. Like, that's in an alleyway, right? Almost an alley. It was a main street, looked like an alleyway.
Yeah.
But the side of this building, there's no windows. So it's like between two businesses, and you got a doorway. You got that mural on the wall, which is from fucking 1800s. And then you got like one of those board signs where you can move the letters around and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's got dates and times of meetings. That's all it was. So I don't know if there's some special knock you got to do, or if you could just fucking walk right in. Who knows?
You're like, I'm here for the meeting. Hello.
Here for the meeting, guys. Pretty cool little town, though. Grants Pass. If you ever go through, there's a lot to see out there. It's cool. Plug for Grants Pass.
Yeah.
Travel.
I don't think they have a tourism
probably
board.
No tourism board.
They probably don't have a website either.
But it's crazy that there was some fucking protests going on when I was down there. It's
like
small
what
fucking town.
Fucking Grants Pass. What are we doing here?
There's these Antifa-looking fags
Isn't
carrying
there,
around.
There's a shooting down there, right?
Yeah, just saw an article on my phone and said there's a shooting
sweet.
down there. So fucking A.
It's fucking silly. So I'll state the obvious. We got 3 cameras now. This has nothing to do with the order, but maybe they have 3 cameras. I don't know. They might have a podcast.
Independent.
Somebody
order
go
of the 3 cameras.
Yeah. That's what we're doing now. That's our thing. So hopefully, if you're on YouTube watching this, you should be, and you should subscribe to YouTube. I want to get a bunch of subscribers on there.
Subscribe to
subscribers.
Violent Professional.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
On YouTube, all of it, and Twitch and SoundCloud and fucking Spotify or wherever. Subscribe to all of it. But yeah, the patrons are why they help out a lot. Buy some cool shit like new cameras and whatnot.
3 cameras.
3 cameras.
Maybe we'll buy 4 cameras next.
We'll get cameras on camera. I do have that VR camera we could throw up there, and people are like, "It feels like I'm in the podcast studio." And they're like looking around on their phone.
It's like attached to a fucking drone.
Yeah. I don't know what you guys were doing. I was looking at the corner at this fly that was flying around the whole time. Fucking, that's fucking fly's gonna die some point. I mean, that's true. He's gonna die sometime this week because they have like a 3-second fucking lifespan.
3 seconds in a week is big difference there.
Yeah, sometime this week in 3 seconds. I exaggerate for emphasis. That's this. So what was I gonna talk about?
This weird fucking video we just watched.
Yeah, I've been looking at rabbit holes because I go on YouTube late at night. Like I'll eat an edible or something
it's
like that.
The best time
drink.
to go.
And it's weird because I'm like it's late as fuck. That's when like your brain starts.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me check out this video that says you'll get arrested for playing this game. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna play it, so I'll watch it. I mean, I feel like we're giving information to delinquents at this point. Like it's gonna cause
let me pull this shit up.
Something like Project Mayhem to happen, but who knows? It's not our fault. This is your disclaimer. Shut this off if you don't want to get influenced by MK Ultra program yet again. The game's called Sad Satan, and I always like to get your impression of it. We didn't play it, by the way.
Man,
so
no, we didn't play the game. We saw some
it.
small clips of people playing the game. There was that one dude, PewDiePie or whatever, played it. Or a version,
some fucking YouTube video game dude.
Yeah, super famous on that, in that world. Anyways, it was a fucking weird game. A lot of walking down dark, really shitty graphic hallways. And that's both versions. So there's supposedly 2 versions. One's like
and
a clean
a third
version.
one that maybe
yeah.
Who knows?
Clean version and a dirty version. It didn't show any of the crazy, nasty stuff it says that's in there, which is cool because I didn't want to see it in the first place.
Yeah.
So the gameplay, though, walking through these hallways looks very similar. A lot of blacks and whites. There's no real colors in the game. Kind of threw me off when they put in that video of like the knife in the sink, and that supposedly being attached to that Jamie guy who was possibly the creator of the game.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, and I saw like the road, it looked a lot like the glare from that road. Well, because there's a shitty video. The glare from that road, if you invert that or flip it or whatever, that looked like the ceiling of that hallway.
Yeah.
In my mind.
Yeah.
So that's what I saw was like.
That's
maybe
where your brain went with it?
That's where my brain went with it, is they took that, walking down that road, and flipped it, and that was doing the same thing. So maybe that's linked somehow, and they just threw some fucking walls in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was weird.
Interesting theory about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's those fucking, I've seen a couple videos about these these rabbit holes now, which are interesting I wanted to do some episodes on it, right? But like, it's almost like it seems like the people that introduce it be like, hey, have you seen these games? It's always like it seems to be the dude that created it or whoever created it.
Come on, check it out, guys.
Oh, he didn't send you the real version. Like, here's the real version. But it's weird because the rabbit hole thing, it's like none of them could be real. Like, it couldn't lead to something. It's just people, like with the last one, the guy, it seemed like a computer generated thing. And I mean, people start spinning their wheels. Like, I saw one where there was a dude that had a website that was registered to like a dentist. And then, you know, all these people on Reddit and 4chan, they figured out who he was, and that he was a dentist at one point, and like, and then he would come on the 4chan thing and be like, no, it's just pictures of my family, you know, and it's like gigs and gigs of data on the site, but nobody can break it. And he's got like these series of websites that all have a chess piece, and it's like weird. You can't click on anything, but there's ways to get in the website. Hackers can't get into it, and it's just like these all these
super
things
encrypted. You're
like,
that's not.
It's just pictures of my family, and it's like there's. But then also you look at it, it's like the deep web was, or dark web, whatever, was around when the dude made that. So why is he making that on an open source website when all the bad shit supposedly happens? I've never been on it, but happens on fucking the dark web and whatnot. You think all the real internet stuff would just be on the dark web, but
I don't even know how to navigate or get near it.
Yeah.
I know you have to have some special shit.
Yeah.
Just to see stuff on there, but not like I want to go on it.
Yeah.
Too much weird shit in this world. I can just walk down the street and see some weird shit. I don't,
dude.
I don't need to go on the internet.
Why do I have to go down these rabbit holes?
I found a fucking rabbit hole in real life.
Yeah.
I didn't go in it, but it was there.
It's much more satisfying than what these are. The problem with all these videos, like, I want to believe in a lot of some of this stuff, right? A lot of some of it. I want to believe in it, but it's always like, in order to find out about it, you gotta like search somehow and find it. And then these YouTube videos are always narrated by some fucking dork that's just like this guy on this video.
I talk in a deep voice.
You can
to this microphone.
He's got 1.2 million views uploaded 8 months ago. He's got a name, Mama Max, and it was the game's called or the video about this is called the F by. I haven't eaten today.
Goddamn F-buys.
Yeah, I mean, one of us has to be fucked up in how we read shit.
Yeah.
The FBI will arrest you for playing this game. So immediately, like, I'm
like,
fucking,
cool.
Yeah,
well,
I'll click that. 1.2 million views. So a lot of people, maybe some of you have seen it, but go on YouTube and you can search that out and then, get the full grasp of. But my critique of the whole video is that he's such a fucking annoying dude to listen to. Doing this deep voice,
using catchy titles is a way to pull people in, right?
Well, that's what the algorithm on YouTube. That's what you have to do. Put
some crazy shit like that, you're gonna get fucking view after view. I could just be sitting here like this, staring at the camera for 15 minutes, and just put like, man jumps off building or something stupid like that. And they'll be watching for the whole 15 minutes until they're like, he fucking lied to me.
He lied. Nobody jumped off a building.
But I watched the whole thing.
He didn't move a muscle. And then that would start a rabbit hole. Someone would create a website and be like,
but maybe he jumped.
Click on this part of the video.
He was falling the whole time. The whole building was falling.
Maybe we're the ones falling. Yeah, dude, like, I want to believe in this stuff. I want to, but no one does it justice. And obviously, I'm not going down the rabbit hole myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get, it would be cool to sit there and be like, have Charlie Day with the strings. Mark, you're gonna research this about like to do that would be cool, but then you run the risk of getting in trouble by seeing shit,
because some people out there are fucked up and they're like, I'm gonna attach child porn to this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, I wasn't fucking looking for that.
You know what's fucked up is the FBI and agencies, they'll purposefully set up stuff to see how far you'll go to arrest you. It's like entrapment almost.
Yeah.
But if you're going against that, it's like you can't fight them on that. Oh, here's $100,000. Okay, what did they pay? What did they pay the Ruby Ridge survivors?
I don't even know. Not enough.
Yeah,
probably like $3 million.
Okay, shut up.
Something. Here you go.
Sorry, we fucked up.
Yeah, fucking insane.
Yeah, he was let off, wasn't he?
Yeah, believe so. Or he spent like a small time in jail for
That's
something.
right, yeah. I think we were researching it when we were talking about going over there to check it out, but we never did.
Because I didn't want to get shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Would that happen again? Get off my property. Claymores and shit set up.
Fuck.
Yeah, so Sad Satan, what else you got to say about it?
Man, so
don't go try to play it because you'll end up getting it.
There's disclaimers in there that say that there's like gore and child porn and stuff, and that's the stuff you don't want to see. So
yeah,
like us, you can watch that video and get what you get out of it. And that's
the other annoying side is that the guy that made the video about the game, he doesn't show anything from it that's bad, but he alludes to it and he reverses his words, which are like super annoying.
And but it shows like what the word is, so you can read it like subtitles. But yeah,
I don't know how that works on YouTube because he does it he does it to probably his followers know what he's doing, but he does it to beat the algorithm. But it's still captioned up there, so like YouTube can still read that. Well, shit.
It also goes pretty quick, so the subtitles aren't normal subtitles where it stays on the bottom for a certain amount of time so you can read it. It's just flashing, so it's image, and it's not. I mean, words are speech. Can't really attack him for that.
Yeah, true.
So who knows? Maybe he's got some technique to beat algorithms.
Who knows? Yeah, that's probably it. Algorithm beating. What else? Anything on? There was this guy named Gary Graves that went to jail for child pornography.
What was the dude from Australia that they said?
ZK.
No. It was the dude.
Oh yeah, it was naming a bunch of pedophiles on that thing.
Some high profile people, a lot of people that worked with children, or like children's shows, and he molested.
That was
a bunch of kids too.
That was in the clean version.
Yeah.
The version without all the gore and shit.
And then they alluded to Roman Polanski.
Yep.
That kid fucker, and then he took off, and he's still at large, by the way. Piece of shit. He's somewhere in Europe, I'm sure. That's one that a lot of Hollywood elites were like friends with, and they're like, "Oh, he's okay. They were in love."
Yeah, really?
Fucking insane. Whoopi Goldberg is one of them. She was just like,
wasn't she tied in with Epstein also?
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of them. It's crazy. That's another rabbit hole.
Yeah. So yeah, anything else on this? Nothing. You got nothing. It's kind of a weird.
I got nothing.
Yeah, you can go watch the video. It's super weird. Not a game. Even if I was like willing to get in trouble, I wouldn't want to play it because it seems pretty fucking boring. But it's one of those jump scare things. Hold on, I got something. Printing this stuff off. Did you know that India has been, that game where you like, it's like, have you ever played it where you make, what is it?
Risk?
No, it's like, it's like the, let's move this.
Oh, sorry.
Let's get that away from any cables.
Get away from there.
It's like, where you have like a worm and you try to go around and then trap the other worms or something, or hit them in the side or something like that, and then you make a color. So it
sounds made up, Mike.
It is. It's a game. So you start off like this, and you create this thing, and it fills in like that. And then there's other players. It's like a multiplayer game that's on the internet, and it's like,
and you have to like
go in,
basically block them, or what?
Go in and you can take sections of it if you make this, but if the other players like hit your side before you complete the enclosure, you die. So like it's just this big game of everybody trying to take over territory in this open fucking thing, and the only way to make a territory is to this, but then people can come in and like take a chunk out. So essentially that's what China's been doing and this is totally deviation from it, but China's been doing that to India in this one section. I should have highlighted some, but it's in the Galwan Valley, essentially. If that's
fucking
right.
Fucking China.
The line of actual control, so essentially their borders are touching, right? And where is it? Taiwan, China, and yeah. So if you look at a map of China, it kind of goes around near India and Pakistan and all over the place. And
it's like near around Tibet, right?
Yes. Tibet Autonomous Region. That's where all those fuckers from Chaz should move. Oh, speaking of that, since we're on autonomous regions, which again I think sounds like a fucking gender identity.
It does. It's fucking weird.
What was that video today that you sent where the dude was like pissed off?
Oh, he's like, fucking irritated. I think
is he a business owner or something?
I think he is a business owner. I could be wrong. Could just be a pissed off dude trying to get through. But he started just wrecking the fucking barricades, just picking them up and throwing them. Yeah. And then he went inside and some dude's like, he was like, move your shit. And this guy's like, that's a homeless people stuff. And he just starts flipping fucking tables.
Yeah.
Get this shit out of here. Throwing the metal barricades. It was pretty funny. I laughed.
I don't want to feel bad, but I'm sure someone out there feels like they should feel bad about that shit. But it's like at some point, it's enough is enough. I'm surprised business owners didn't start fucking smashing shit.
Yeah.
You need to, as a business, I'm not trying to invoke violence here, but like I would be so pissed off if like I had a place where like people would come and squat in front of my business and like
I'd make some anti-squat stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I would do the same. I'd start flipping and pushing the shit out in the street, especially in a region where there's no law enforcement. Yep. Like fuck that, dude. Yeah. Like we're and then they change it to what, a Capitol Hill organized protest?
Yeah, some shit. Change the name so they can't be held accountable, probably.
Yeah, it's just a protest, and now people can walk in and out of there, right?
Yeah.
Is that? I haven't looked at it.
Well,
lately,
they're talking about shutting it down more. So
shutting what down?
The mayor was like, "Oh, we're gonna get the police back into that zone. It'll be shut down soon," but she didn't give a date. So who knows when the fuck it'll happen? It's gonna be the people taking back over first. I guarantee it. The problem is that 4 people have already been fucking shot, and 1 has died. So I'm sure
that's unfortunate.
That family of the person who died should sue the fucking city of Seattle. Should sue the mayor.
Well, the businesses should too.
Oh, the businesses already are. There's an injunction of like, I think they said 12 different businesses that are on board right now suing the city of Seattle.
Yeah, because it's like
it's insane, man. For damages.
The city did nothing to protect
not a fucking thing.
Their businesses.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you see this news where it's like, no, all these people love it and whatever. Like all the business owners, it's like they all signed whatever the fuck, you know. And it's like, no, they don't. It's all propaganda, everything. Yep. I feel like media today and everything is just like 1,000% propaganda across the board.
Absolutely.
Even this podcast is propaganda.
China's attacking India.
China, yeah. If you didn't know that, China is attacking India. They're in a dispute right now since May 5th.
Yep.
So they've been playing that game. They've been basically... I brought up this game and then we got sidetracked. But I brought up the game because essentially, like, China's been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Because India's been notorious or known that they know it themselves that they are horrible at protecting their borders. Mm-hmm. You know, peaceful people essentially, but they still have one of the most ruthless military forces, like some of their Gurkhas and whatnot. But they kind of let it happen, and now they're fighting back on it.
Well, we've had the issue with Tibet for the longest time between India and China, and then you've had what are those other regions? I mean, even with Pakistan, they've had a lot of issues.
It's a bunch of made up shit.
It's crazy. And China's had issues with Taiwan, you know, trying to take complete control of Taiwan, and then they had issues. They still have issues with Hong Kong because that was a European territory. You know, it was a UK territory, and then the UK gave up. They're like, okay, you can be your own thing now. So that's what Hong Kong is, except China wants control of it because it's fucking surrounding Hong Kong, you know?
Yeah.
So they're playing the fucking grabbing game. They just want to fucking take up all the property. And they're making fucking islands out in, you know?
Yeah.
They're making their own property out there too. Shit. China.
Oh. In other news about China, they just reopened. I know you've been waiting for this, but they opened their cat cafe. It was called Catterday Cafe.
China did?
China did. And they have like...
Do they eat cats there?
I think they do.
You go and you choose which one you want?
Yeah, they're like cat... What are the people that serve you? They're cat servers, I guess. And they serve you pets and shit. Like...
Oh.
They like, I mean, you give them pets, like you pet them.
Oh, they bring you a cat.
They bring
look at this fine specimen, cats, and you just
these totally clean street cats that just wander around with all diseases are on the tables and shit.
Oh, there's just feces on their feet.
Yeah, you ever been to somebody's house that loves cats?
Yes.
And they let those fuckers walk on their counter and shit while they're eating.
Yep.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Those turd baskets dig in the dirt what they shit in a fucking like a disgusting
find kitty litter on the table on the countertop. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Mittens left me a gift.
It's okay, just brush it off.
I want anybody that sort of is okay about cats go research toxoplasmosis if you hear this, because then you'll say fuck cats.
No, they won't. Not if they're infected.
Maybe they'll fuck cats. And that will be for a new game of Sad Satan. All right.
Super Sad Satan.
There's a lot in this fucking news article on Wikipedia. I don't know if that's news. It's probably just some bullshit that China put together and like, India's bad. Hot springs. All right. Let's read this. Okay, on 15 June, I'm going to do it like that dude. On 15 June, Indian and Chinese troops clashed for 6 hours in a steep section of mountainous regions in the Galwan Valley. The immediate cause of the incident is unknown, though on 18 June, the Hindu quoted a senior government official in the Ministry of External Affairs of India, it's a mouthful, who said their troops were ambushed.
I don't doubt it.
Sitting
Sneaky
in the
Chinese
hills,
bastards.
Bunch of mountain goats. The statement said this happened while they were patrolling a disputed area where Colonel Santosh Babu had destroyed a Chinese tent 2 days earlier with damned rivulets. Rivulets?
Rivulets?
It's Dammed, rivulets being released and boulders being thrown by Chinese troops. Damn, they're throwing boulders. They're strong as fuck. While soldiers carry firearms due to decades of tradition designed to reduce the possibility of an escalation, agreements disallow usage of firearms, but the Chinese side is reported to possess iron rods and clubs.
Shit.
Hand-to-hand
combat.
Well, as a result, hand-to-hand combat broke out, and the Indians called for reinforcements. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
That's yeah. Mountainous region is right. That's holy shit.
Okay, the Indians called for reinforcements from a post about 2 miles away. Eventually, up to 600 men were engaged in combat using stones, batons, iron rods, and other makeshift weapons.
That's nuts.
The fighting, which took place in near total darkness, lasted for
I killed a man with a trident.
Yeah, exactly. 6 hours. According to a senior Indian, they get all tired at like hour 4. They're like, fuck. Just like laying next to each other, punch one of them. According to senior Indian military officials, Chinese troops used batons wrapped in barbed wire and clubs embedded with nails. That's fucking dope.
So did people die?
Yeah. One person had a hangnail. The fighting resulted in deaths of 20 Indian soldiers. There's about 43 Chinese casualties. It's funny. That number's probably reported by China. It's like, we only had 43 people kind of hurt.
Yeah.
It's like,
they're probably all dead.
Yeah,
at least now they are.
That's the thing is like,
can't let
we don't know what you're talking about. We didn't get our ass kicked over on a mountain.
No,
we had the upper hand. It's kind of what they do. 43 people out of fucking 1.7 billion is a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
But they're the reason we're all wearing masks now. Don't you ever forget it.
Kung flu.
I'm not purchased by anybody. I don't fucking need to, except for Core Concepts.
Hidden things.
I mean, their shit's not, I don't want to end this right here, but their shit's not their shit is not made in China.
Goddamn right. It's American.
Ugh. What else is going on?
I was going to bring something up and I fucking lost it.
It's cool. We don't need to have...
It was while you were talking.
Yeah.
Something was like, ooh, I could talk about that next, and it's just fucking gone.
Yeah. Well, there's that. But we're going to add this part in to the last episode.
So Washington State is mandating a mask starting tomorrow. If you're going to be in any public place within 6 feet of another person or walking by somebody, it sets in indoors and outdoors. There's stipulations where you can remove... Are we recording?
Is this one go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we are. I'm not good at this.
Stipulations are that if you are in a restaurant and you're eating or drinking, you can remove your mask.
Oh, good that you can remove your mask while you're eating.
Yeah,
I'm glad that if you are the Supreme Lord Inslee thinks that.
He gives these stipulations, right? Supreme Commander Jay Inslee says that if you're running, as long as you're not near anybody, you can also remove your mask. However, this totalitarianism idea of giving somebody $1,000 fine and up to 60 days in jail is the punishment for not wearing your mask in public. So these businesses that report you, if you go into a business and they don't fucking like you or they're paranoid, they can call the cops and the cops have to respond. Doesn't mean that they will enforce it because there's a lot of cops.
Yeah.
The Thurston County Sheriff, I'm sure a bunch of people down south, Lewis County, the Lewis County Sheriff's Department was like, don't be sheep.
What was it? Did you read into that whole thing? Because I didn't.
It was at a rally down in Lewis County. He happens to be the brother of the Thurston County Sheriff.
Okay.
So Stanza, I think is his last name.
Okay.
So the Thurston County put out a memo that said, we're not going to enforce this. We don't even enforce it with our deputies. They can do whatever the fuck they want, basically.
Yeah.
It's all about how you approach people, and given each situation where they have to approach people, wearing a mask might not be the best idea. So they don't want to intimidate people. They don't want to seem standoffish. They have to have conversation with people daily. And have these they want to try to minimize the altercations. So if coming to them without a mask is the way to do it, then that's the way to do it. You got to be people, right? I mean, besides that point, you got laws in place, federal laws, that if you wear a mask and you're carrying a weapon, say with a CCW, that's a felony. You cannot have something covering your face while you carry. It's a felony, class 4 felony.
Yeah, so how do you get around that?
You don't. Unless the sheriff's department comes out with a memo, it says, if you have your CCW and you're wearing a mask on your face, it's okay. Don't worry about it. So he's essentially saying, you can break this law. It's okay. You're not going to get in trouble for it. If you can get away with it now, you can get away with it any other fucking time. Because that's essentially saying this law is bullshit. Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. So you can wear a mask and carry whenever the fuck you want.
Well, until
not get in trouble for it. There's no stipulations written into that law.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter until this COVID shit is gone or until it doesn't matter. By him going out and stating that, I'm not saying anything's bad about the cops. What I'm saying is that fucking law is pointless.
Yeah.
It's not.
So you want to wear a mask and concealed
carry?
No.
I don't. I don't really give a shit. I'm not gonna wear a mask. I carry all the fucking time.
You're going to jail, son.
I'm going to jail. I'm gonna get $1,000 fine.
See, like that's where I'm completely against this mask thing. But if, like, for me, and I don't know how you feel, if I'm like going to a grocery store and that's their policy, I'll put one on.
Yeah, if I need to, because I need to buy some fucking food.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Because I don't like it.
Like, the masks that people have, like, they don't stop any of that shit. You could, like, the face shield stuff. Like,
yep.
I think you've got a bunch of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the different skulls or whatever you have. And I have one, but it's like, where is it? It's somewhere in here. I don't know. But, like, that's not going to stop. It's not going to stop if you cough or whatever. It just kind of dampens it a little bit to, like, the spread, I guess. But it's like, nobody knows anything about it.
No, you don't know if the masks.
Nobody knows anything how it works
are going to help or not help. At the same time, you got these other types of the cloth masks where you can put like inserts and stuff in them, and there's no this shit hasn't been around long enough for people to do a study on COVID to say yes, these masks will stop the spread of COVID.
Yeah.
They just came out with an article in the New York Post, not a reputable, article, whatever.
New York Post is very right.
It is
right-leaning.
It is
very right-leaning.
They came out and said that there's nobody has come out and said that there's been a spike of COVID cases after the BLM protests. So there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people getting together near each other, and there's been no spike in any of those cities of COVID. And if that's
there's
the
no
case,
spikes here either.
There's no spike. No spikes here. And you were downtown with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You don't have COVID.
I might have it right now.
That's true. Good point. But
if any time I had it, it was like I was coughing a lot at one point, but it's like
you were also near tear gas and
other
shit.
No, but there's fucking pollen everywhere in Washington.
Oh yeah,
so that
absolutely.
That's the one thing I'm like,
I don't have allergy season.
I don't have I don't have allergies or anything, but it's like there's so much pollen from those fucking pines. Like people don't even understand that. You fucking park your car for I'm getting all sick now. No, you park your car like under a bunch of pine trees like that, which are everywhere or whatever they are, the fucking evergreens, and it looks like someone was sneezing heroin on top of your car.
But it's like a yellow cake.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
Uranium powder.
So like I mean you can develop allergies, right?
Yes.
Like I mean I've been here long enough that it's like that potentially like many summers of being here when that shit's or spring when all that shit's happening. I think we're past it right now, but many seasons of that happening where everything's covered by this fucking nasty tree jizz. Like, and that's what it is. Tree
dandruff. It's just fucking flaking all over the
place. But it's like, maybe I have something from that, but it's like, I was around all those protesters, which if you look at it, like who should have it, it should be 100% protesters. And I'm not saying protesting is bad or anything like that. I'm saying like the people that are protesting are dirty fucking hippies. Like, fuck them. Well, and we're around it. We're like all over them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no, you could try to stay on the edge of it all you want, but it's like all of a sudden you're surrounded by these fucking patchouli wearing assholes.
Yeah.
And then fucking
patchouli on their assholes.
Patchouli asshole.
I mean, you get these, the number of cases could go up, right? But that's also going to bring the number of deaths down in your rate. So it's still going to have the lowest fucking death rate, lower than the flu. You know what I mean? And
the majority of people are fine with it. You know what I mean? Like,
so supposedly the majority of people aren't even going to know they have it.
Yeah,
we could have already fucking had it.
We were watching that Joe Rogan episode where it had that dude a guy that was like supposedly super healthy and all that stuff, and they were hyping him up like even he got it. But then you look at actually how he got it, and it was like he was fucking up for like 4 days, and
his immune system was all jacked up because he hadn't slept in 4 days. He was
that's why I was like, when we were watching, I was like, he looks like he's lying about something. Like he looks like he's absolutely fucking telling a fucking bullshit ass.
He didn't just catch it one day and he wasn't out jogging, fucking got the COVID.
And then the thing about his mom had it and beat it in a day, it's like that's not even fucking possible based on what everybody says about it. It's all very bullshit, dude. It's still I'm starting to take back my I said like I don't know what is true, but washing your hands is good. I'm starting to think that even washing your hands is bad after all these fucking people are lying.
Lied to us.
Everybody's lying about everything.
Well, if you're
fucking dumb.
What they say about using hand sanitizer, you make like super germs, right?
Yeah, because you don't have the ability to fight off any of the actual with your good bacteria on your hands.
Yeah.
That's why I wash my hands in pure fucking dookie.
I just rub my ball sack.
Yeah. Like in the beginning of this
whole
thing.
I don't do that. It's just weird.
The beginning of this whole thing where nobody knew and everybody was afraid of it. It's like, everybody stayed away, but now people are like, fuck you, I'm not doing shit.
And everybody.
Fuck you. You gonna arrest everybody in the state? If everybody on a collective basis was like, fuck you, I'm running my business, you can't stop me. If like everybody did it, you think they're gonna go around and arrest everybody?
There wouldn't be a fucking thing they could do about it.
Yeah.
Which
the jails would start building new they'd start buying more property, expanding. That's what they do.
They're gonna attack us with baseball bats.
Yeah. Fucking dumb.
Batons wrapped.
Wait till we're on the mountainside.
Oh man.
Oy.
Check this out.
No.
So you remember we talked about the show Alone, right?
I kept calling it Alive, so people were probably confused when like the last time we were on an episode together, which is the last one, I think. Yeah, I kept calling it Alive. I don't know why.
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't. For some reason, that's not clicking in my head that you call it that.
Yeah.
Alone. Anyways,
I've only seen
season 7 just started.
It did.
There's 2 episodes out, and the third one's tonight. I've only watched.
They don't have any on Hulu or anything, right?
They have on Netflix. They have the first season.
Okay.
I think. No, they have season 6.
6, yeah.
Season 6 on Netflix. And that's the one with Hobo Jordo. So Jordan, I forgot the fuck is the winner.
Oh yeah.
He's a badass.
Yeah.
Anyways, first episode I watched last night of season 7. They're doing something new. So it used to be that people would be out there and last person standing wins. Last person standing gets $500,000.
Yeah.
This season is they have 10 people. They all started on this cliff edge, and they all picked them up and dropped them off in different points around the Arctic. And they say, okay, you have to make it to 100 days. If you make it to 100 days, you will get $1 million.
What?
So these people will each get $1 million if they each stay 100 days, right?
Yeah.
And all they have to do is that is $10,000 a day to survive in the wilderness.
But how far is the longest that people have gone?
In the original, I think the longest was like 60 something or 70 something days.
Yeah.
So it's close, and I think it's doable. I think obviously somebody's gonna win this. Well, I can't say that. So I feel like somebody can do it, right? First dropout happened on the first episode, but it was I think 10 days in, which is interesting. And that's
10 days, dude.
The reason he dropped out is critical though.
Yeah.
Which also I've seen on other seasons. The same event triggers somebody to just fuck it, I'm done.
Eating fucked up food.
Losing their ferro rod, which is a fire starter.
Yeah.
It's their easy way to start that fire, right? Once they lose that, they're everything about them that they know, even if they know how to start a fire without it, they're like, I don't have the energy to do that.
Yeah, because they like
every single fucking day for 90 more days.
Yeah. Yeah, like starting a fire with a bow and a
bow
bow
drill.
That's fucking hard.
Yeah, even the friction
and
fires,
so they don't have enough energy, not enough calories, and they're like, I've seen some of the because I've only watched part of season 6 because I knew who won, but it's interesting, and you can get addicted to the series. So I'll like watch because I don't have I think they have them on Hulu or some shit.
Yeah,
but I'll see some of them, and it's like the same thing. It's like there's a common thing I see about why they fuck up so fast is because like the people that do the best, I feel, have like a really bomb shelter.
Oh yeah,
because you can survive. You'll be hungry, but you can survive a while without food. But then the trade off happens where you don't have enough energy to even pursue any food, and then they go after the easy fucking animal
mice and the fucking
that has disease.
Yep.
And then they get sick as fuck.
Yep.
Like that what was that on season 6, the dude I think it was a military dude, but he like had this bomb ass shelter, like set it up so he could be comfortable at least. Yep. And then he found a muskrat and ate it, and he's like, the outside was completely black and the inside was pink. It's like, you're gonna get sick, bro.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, oh, I'm just fucking eating it. Like, it's like crazy.
So on this first episode for season 7, there was some cool shit that happened already. One dude was walking around with his bow and arrow. He didn't even set up his shelter yet. And he fucking finds a porcupine climbing a tree and just arrows that bitch.
Yeah.
Cleans it, and he cooks it. He like had the legs in a pot. He boiled that, and he's just eating it like a chicken wing. Pretty fucking cool. There's another dude that coolest stone throw I've seen. He just picks up a rock, throws it at a tree, and this fucking squirrel drops, and he goes and picks it up.
Yeah.
Just killed it with a fucking stone throw.
I don't know why more of them don't boil their food. You know what I mean?
A lot of them do. So if they're fishing, that is what the majority of them do, is boil it, because it keeps all those fatty oils in the the liquid left behind, and then they just drink it because that's good for you.
Yeah, because you could essentially just get whatever food, cut it up, boil it, make soup out of it, and then you're guaranteed to kill everything.
Absolutely.
Instead of cooking it over fire, which most of the people that get sick, they cook it over fire.
Yep.
And then it's black on the outside, tastes like shit, and they got to bite through this thing and then get all this fucking pink meat.
Yep. All the bloody insides.
Yeah, fucking terrible.
Fuck.
Like,
yeah, I wouldn't. I've cooked fish over a fire, but you got to be real careful when you cook fish.
Yeah,
because a lot of fish have parasites too.
Did you watch that one episode where he like said the eggs are the best, and he's like squirting them out into a fucking thing, and he's like he immediately gets sick as fuck. Like it's like animals have parasites. They're like all worm.
Humans
covered.
have parasites.
Yeah,
which is insane.
How many parasites do you have?
Oh, fuck if I know. Sure. If my corpse just ended up on a driveway somewhere,
he's nothing but worms.
Why are there so many worms coming out of him?
Mark was a bag of worms.
I've killed not people. I've killed a grouse, and I was gonna eat this grouse. Right?
So you're gonna just admit that you created that game. Hunted. You're ZK.
It had like when I was cleaning it, it had worms. And it's like heart and shit like that. I'm like, that's fucking gross.
Squirming around.
That. Yeah,
it's fucking gross.
So I'm like, I don't know if that came out from the bullet hole, like the bullet wound, and it came like from the stomach or something, or if that was like in its heart. So it's super weird. So you got to cut that section out. You're like, I'm not eating that part. So you got to make sure that your meat's clean, and then you cook it, and you got to make sure it's thoroughly cooked. The fish, I've caught fish out in mountainous areas. Caught bass, mountain bass, kind of weird, but it's a thing. Cut those open, and they got
Lake
worms
of the Angels,
in there.
right? They got mountain bass.
They got trout, no bass.
Cave octopus.
Fucking mountain turtles. Oh man, if they could climb.
Yeah.
They can. There's
climb, little buddy, climb.
Just rolls down. Fuck.
We could introduce the turtle to the Lake of the Angels next time.
Just drop off like 30 of them up there. They'd probably die.
Yeah. Eaten by the mountain bass. What were you saying? I interrupted you talking about octopus.
So the bass that I caught, the mountain bass that I caught, had worms in it as well, and it turns you off real quick. Like, I don't want to eat this. It's got parasites. What if one of those eggs ended up in my stomach? Yeah. We talked about that before. And then it just fucking grows, and then it latches inside you, and then you're shitting, and there's a fucking worm coming out of your ass, right?
Fucking
then
terrible.
You got to fucking yank on it, just pull on that bitch till it comes out. Oh, tapeworm.
I want you to promise me something that you'll pull the worm out of my ass if I ever get one. Slow. Pull it slow.
You're just dropping trout. Is there anything coming out
You're
of my
going too
ass?
fast. Pull it slower.
Just wrap it around your hand. Pulling it.
Make sure it's clean, Mark. Gross. That's disgusting.
Parasites. Yeah. But I mean, I ate both of those creatures, so maybe I have some parasites. I don't know. Yeah. I don't feel like I have any parasites. Nothing's coming out of my ass.
Yeah.
But there could be something crawling through my heart. I don't even fucking know.
Constipated. That's disgusting. When are you doing Lake of the Angels next? Is that even open? Can you do that?
September, probably.
September? God, yeah. Fucking shit. It's a good trip. I'll try to get on it this time.
Yeah.
Anything else coming up? Any outdoors excursions coming up?
Some of those climb team dudes have been going on trips these last couple weeks and not fucking inviting us.
What's wrong with them?
No, they invited each other. It was cool. They knew I work, and they, I think a couple of the guys are going on one. Canfield's on one right now. He's on Camp Muir right now. He's up at Camp Muir. That one. And yeah, just that one. That's weird. Yeah, he's up at Camp Muir. He just did Mount St. Helens. I think he did that with one of his friends. They all did.
Yeah, no.
Pilchuck Lake or something like that. But a group of the guys went up there to do that, and they all stood apart from each other, like some social distancing bullshit, and sent us a picture. I was like, "What the fuck kind of poses?" They're just.
Are they fucking serious?
Yeah, they were just like standing apart from each other. I don't know what they were doing, but they were like, somebody took the picture, and there's 4 or 5 of them standing in a line, but they're like away from each other.
That's dumb.
I was like, where's the TASDEV flag for one?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they look stupid as shit standing there. Yeah, I know you're fucking listening, Peter. So I had to Photoshop
That was a good
them.
Photoshop that you sent because I was like, is that real? I was like, wait a second, let me see.
Instead of them standing
How
next
did
to
they
each
do
other,
that?
I took them and stacked them so everybody was standing on each other's shoulders until they're like 4 or 5 high.
There's nothing like a good
Which
dude
looked
stack.
way cooler. It's a dude stack for sure.
Dude stacks
right next
are the
to
best.
a lake. So
It's majestic.
Peter was strong as fuck on the bottom, holding everybody up.
Yeah,
Canfield
gotta
on
be
top.
for dude stacking. It's fucking weird.
But yeah, I'm sure they had a good time up there. So I'm glad they got out to do something in the woods and on the trails. So hopefully I can get out there too. I went out in Oregon, fucking almost killed myself jumping in a river.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I fell off a rock. So that doesn't happen to me. I'm pretty sure-footed most of the time. I mean, except for this one time.
Yeah.
I slipped on a fucking rock. My shoes were wet. I was jumping in the river. Fell and hit my elbow and my thigh. I thought I broke my fucking femur. And it's a pretty steep climb out of there. So I had to just kind of hold it and, oh, fuck, that fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Smacking the rock beside me like, oh, you son of a bitch. And then basically stood in the water until my leg was numb because it's cold water. And then I climbed out of there. So
do you get mad when you get hurt like that and somebody's like, what happened?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
shut the fuck up.
Don't fucking talk to me.
Like, are you okay? What happened?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
I
Chris-
understand that people are concerned, but
Yeah.
shut the fuck
Just
up.
like, I had to tell Kristen that. So I'm hurt. I'm like banging on the rock.
You don't
She's
want to
just
even
like,
talk to
Are you
anybody.
okay? Or just tell me what happened. I'm like, just fucking give me a minute. So then I calm down. The pain subsides a little bit. And I'm like, I fucking fell.
Yeah.
No shit.
It's a weird predicament to be in because you don't want people to talk to you when you're
Yeah.
in pain, but then also like if somebody doesn't say some shit, you're like, you're a fucking asshole. You should have. Why did you even ask if I was all right?
I wouldn't mind
No
if she
one-
didn't
yeah.
ask. I would have been like, man, I just fucking fell.
Yeah.
If she I don't think she
Shit.
even saw what happened. She had passed me the sunscreen before that. I was lathering my sexy bod up, and then that happened. So it's terrible.
I think we're running out of time here.
It's all right.
Batteries, dude. We got that main one. That's the one
Yeah.
that's going strong. It's also plugged in.
Yeah, man. I was lathering up my bod with some.
That's why you
sunscreen,
slipped.
and that's why I slipped.
Even my shoes needed
What's
some.
bad is when I fell, as I was falling, I caught the sunscreen container in my hand.
Good.
Save
You
that.
don't want to
from
burn
hitting the water.
later.
Don't want to burn later. Don't want
Yeah.
to let that drop in the water and pollute it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm swimming in it. Good times.
Yep. Good times. Slathering up. This episode's been brought to you by sunscreen. Cup.
60 proof.
You got this cup.
This cup,
It's aluminum.
the Kill Team. Does it make sounds? No, it doesn't resonate. Kill Team. Aries Kill Team.
Kill team. I drink tea out of it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
She's like, no shit.
What are you
I drink tea
saying?
out of it.
What are you fucking saying?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
All right, well, let's fucking. I mean, we talked about a little bit of history, a little bit of fucking whatever.
Rabbit holes in
You know,
history and
We don't need to have like hours long conversation. I'm sure we're gonna like stop the
patrons
recording.
are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I listen to this shit.
Yeah, it's all right. We don't always have to have long fucking podcasts. Yeah, go check out. Well, maybe no. I'm not telling you to do this, but there's a game called Sad Satan on somewhere on the internet. Nobody can find it apparently. I personally think it's bullshit. I think it's just some made up fucking thing where you walk around.
Somebody's
it's not
sad.
really
Somebody's sad attempt at a video game.
I think
is what it
I
is.
think people generally want a rabbit hole to exist, so they create them because there's nothing else.
Yep.
The internet, you can make whatever you want. You know.
It's an alternate reality for sure.
And that dude probably that got arrested was probably the one that made it, ZK or Gary Graves,
Mhm.
and all he had was the child porn on his phone, and so he tried to create something out of it, and that's how he got caught.
Yeah.
Because his arrest came right after the shit was dropped, right? Or
Yeah.
after his video when his channel went dead
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube. Yeah, that's weird. Independent Order of Oddfellows. Mark put out the link to that if you want to sign up or become one of the fucking indoctrinated individuals into that cult.
If you do, tell us what it's about.
Yeah. And we're gonna now create our own rabbit hole, so be on the lookout for that. We'll keep you informed. I'll put it in a link on a bio somewhere.
Oh,
or
it's
some
gonna. This rabbit hole is gonna go fucking deep.
shit. Yeah. Like your butthole.
Get it there, nice and deep, like.
And then you can go check out Core Concepts. 10% off. Use code VIOPRO. What?
I just laugh every time you say VioPro.
Well, I keep talking about like the code on the website that I don't know what it is for Aries. It's VioPro as well.
Oh shit!
So I made that up. Sorry, Logan. I've been talking shit about you for so long. StrikeForceEnergy.com. Use code EvilVibes. If you order $35 or more, you get
free shipping.
Free shipping. And that's cool. I'm on like fucking 6 pumps of it right now.
I can tell.
I'm
no food and 6 pumps.
I'm jumping out of my skin. It's fucking crazy. And also, AriesClothing.com. Use code VioPro and you get some money off of stuff if you buy some stuff. So there's that. And if you're watching on YouTube, go subscribe to the YouTube page that you're looking at right now. And if you're not on YouTube, go on YouTube and subscribe.
Are you gonna do that thing where it's like up here or down here?
What? When I go, click the link below.
Click the link below.
I just let it do its thing. I just upload whenever I'm done and then fucking schedule it. And then I put like the thing. It's on each side. It's like, check out this clip. But maybe I should make a YouTube video where I'm like, hey guys, if you like this episode, click below. They do this thing with their hands where they're like throwing them. I'll put the comment below if you like cats. Like, fucking dumb. My son watches all those YouTube videos and it's like for kids. That's how they just ask people to put stuff in the comments so it raises their fucking thing.
Exactly.
But it's like
3,000 comments. I gotta watch this.
There's this one video. It's like a husband-wife group, and they do kids videos, which is like they're on like mystery hunts or some shit all the time, like box forts and whatnot. But that's what they do nonstop. They're like they go, what do you think about box forks? Comment below. Like, hey, we're going to the store right now. Like, what do you guys buy from the store? How about you comment below and like this video? Subscribe in 10 seconds. Like and then the kids are like, I like cats and
they're drones.
Yeah, fucking weird. That's fucking what we got. Short episode, whatever.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. And
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you like this episode, please consider subscribing to us on Patreon by visiting patreon.com/violentprofessional. By subscribing, you have access to all the episodes as soon as we upload, as well as bonus content that you can't see anywhere else. You can also support us by simply giving us a positive rating on your listening platform of choice. And above all, thank you for the continued support of the Violent Professional Podcast.